everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're looking at something you probably don't think about too much, but use every single day.
Mm.
Dining chairs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Specifically, we're going to be looking at this German company called ASKT that's really making waves over in Europe.
Yeah.
We've got a whole bunch of articles about them and even some excerpts from this magazine, Möbelmarkt.
Oh, wow.
They put ASKT chairs right on the cover.
That's a pretty big deal, right?
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
For a furniture company.
Apparently, they sold like 500,000 of these chairs just in Germany last year.
Wow.
So they're clearly doing something right.
They must be.
We're going to dig into all that today, like what makes them so special, the design, the durability, the sustainability, and even their appearance at CIFF 2025 coming up.
Yeah, that cover feature is really a big deal. Möbelmarkt is like the insider magazine for furniture people.
Yeah.
So that really says something that they're on the cover.
Absolutely. So what is it about these chairs? What's the secret sauce? What makes them fly off the shelves in Germany?
Well, one thing that really stands out to me is just how much they understand the German lifestyle and the market over there.
Yeah.
You know, Germans are known for being very practical.
Right.
And they really appreciate quality. So it makes sense that they would love these chairs.
Yeah, you don't want to have to replace furniture all the time.
Exactly.
So how does all that translate into the actual chairs themselves?
Well, one of the coolest things is that they developed this fabric that's water repellent, stain resistant, and breathable.
Wow.
It's like they thought of all the worst things that could happen to a dining chair and just said, no, not going to happen.
Yeah, like red wine spills. Oh, no.
Exactly. Messy kids, pets. It's all good.
So I imagine combining all of those features into a single fabric must have been like a huge technical challenge.
Oh, for sure. It probably involves all sorts of special coatings and weaving techniques.
Wow.
I mean, it's especially the breathability is important.
Yeah.
You know, no one wants to be sitting at the dinner table and feel like they're sticking to the chair.
Yeah. Right, exactly. And especially when we're talking about like, Germans, they like to linger over dinner. They take their time.
Absolutely. Comfort is key.
Yeah, for sure. So we talked about the fabric, but what about the actual design of the chairs? Do they like sacrifice style for functionality, or how does that work?
Not at all. ASKT really focuses on blending elegance and practicality together.
Okay.
They offer a variety of styles, so you can find things like minimalist Scandinavian designs,
Oh, nice.
which are really popular in Germany, especially for smaller apartments because they have those nice clean lines.
Right.
And then they also have, more elegant upholstered options if that's what you're into.
Okay.
Even ergonomic designs, which are great for those long dinner conversations we were talking about.
So it seems like they have something for everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they even offer customization options,
Oh, wow.
which is really popular for people who want to, get that personal touch.
Yeah, make it your own.
Exactly.
Awesome. Okay, so we've got comfortable, stylish chairs made with this amazing super fabric.
Right. What about the durability?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point in having a beautiful chair that falls apart after a year or two.
Oh, absolutely. And ASKT is really serious about durability.
Okay, good.
They use high-grade steel for the frames,
Okay.
which is much lighter than typical chair frames, but just as strong.
Wow.
So you can move them around easily, but you don't have to worry about them breaking.
Nice.
And then there's the testing process.
Oh, yeah, I was reading about this. Tell me more about this.
Okay, so they have this facility. It's basically like a science lab for chairs.
Really?
Yeah, it's incredible. They have all these specialized machines that can simulate like years of use
What?
in just a few hours.
Wow.
I know, it's amazing. So they test everything: seat and back durability, impact resistance, how the materials respond to stress.
Mm-hmm.
They even test like how the fabric holds up to abrasion and UV exposure.
So they're not just saying these chairs are durable, they're actually proving it.
Exactly. They
Huh.
have all the data to back it up. That's so cool. But I'm curious, what does all that testing actually mean for like the average person who buys an ASKT chair?
Well, it means you can be confident that your chair isn't just tough. It's designed to stay comfortable for years to come.
Oh, okay.
They're not just trying to see when a chair breaks.
Mm-hmm.
They're simulating how it'll age, how the materials will change over time. So, your chair will still feel as good 5 years from now as it does today.
That's awesome. Okay, so another thing I found really interesting about ASKT is their commitment to sustainability.
Yeah.
It's one thing to make a chair that's durable,
Right.
but are they actually doing it in a way that's good for the planet?
Absolutely. That's a huge priority for them.
Okay.
For example, they use this honeycomb paper packaging, which is super clever.
Oh, yeah, I saw
It's
that.
completely recyclable and really strong.
Yeah.
So it protects the chair during shipping,
Yeah.
but without harming the environment.
It's nice that they're thinking about all those little details.
Yeah, for sure. They're not cutting any corners.
Okay, so the packaging is good, but what about the materials themselves?
They source their wood responsibly from sustainably managed forests.
Okay.
And the steel they use is also highly recyclable.
Cool.
And, remember how we talked about their focus on durability?
Right.
Well, a chair that lasts longer means you don't need to replace it as often,
Right.
which ultimately reduces waste.
It's like this domino effect of good choices.
Exactly. It all ties
Yeah,
together.
they've really thought about the entire life cycle of the chair.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got the style, the strength, and the sustainability. But what about the price tag? Are we talking like luxury items here, or are these chairs affordable?
That's a good question. They're definitely not the cheapest chairs on the market,
Okay,
but they're also not exorbitantly priced.
right.
It
I-
seems like they're in that sweet spot where you're getting a lot of value for your money.
Because a chair that lasts longer is ultimately a better investment.
Exactly. You might spend a little more upfront,
Right.
but you won't need to replace it as often.
Yep.
So you save money in the long run.
Yeah, and you get the peace of mind knowing that you're investing in something that's well-made and sustainable.
Absolutely.
So we've covered a lot about ASKT today. We've got comfortable chairs, stylish chairs built to last with eco-friendly materials, and they're even reasonably priced.
Sounds like a winning combination.
What else is there to know?
Well, you mentioned that they're going to be at CIF 2025, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I almost forgot. CIF is a huge international furniture fair, and ASKT is going to be there showing off their latest designs at stand E2F30.
Nice.
That's from March 10th to the 14th.
Oh, cool.
If anyone listening is going, you should definitely check them out.
It'd be awesome to see their chairs up close.
I wish I could go.
Yeah.
But for those of us who can't make it to CIF, their website is a great resource.
Oh, for sure.
It's www.ASKTfurniture.net.
.net.
You can see photos of all their designs and even look into like the customization options.
And really get a feel for the brand.
Yeah, so I think we've really gotten to the bottom of what makes ASKT so special in the furniture world.
Yeah.
They're not just making chairs, they're crafting these durable, stylish, sustainable pieces that are meant to last.
It's really impressive what they've done.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it really seems like they found that perfect balance,
Yeah.
between quality and sustainability.
Yeah.
And that really appeals to people, especially in Germany.
It's really impressive how they've managed to capture that,
Yeah.
that essence of less is more,
Right.
creating pieces that are both beautiful and functional
Yeah.
and long-lasting. It's like they're making a statement against that whole throwaway culture we see so much these days.
It is really refreshing in a
Yeah.
world full of fast furniture and, trends that come and go.
Yeah.
It's nice to see a company that's taking a different approach. They're
Absolutely.
making pieces that are meant to be cherished,
Yeah.
passed down through generations.
I love that it's like the difference between, buying a mass-produced print
Right.
and investing in an original piece of art. One is easily replaceable.
Mm-hmm.
The other has real value and tells a story.
I love that analogy. And speaking of stories, I'm curious to learn more about the guy behind ASKT,
Okay.
CEO Sunbin Chi.
Yeah.
What is his vision for the company?
Well, everything I've read about him indicates a real passion for design
Okay.
and a strong belief in sustainability. He sees ASKT as more than just a furniture company.
Right.
He wants to make a positive impact on the world,
Hmm.
promoting responsible consumption and showing that you can have both quality and sustainability.
That's really inspiring. It's always great to see companies that are driven by more than just profit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that commitment really shows in everything they do,
Yeah.
from the craftsmanship of the chairs to the eco-friendly packaging and transparent sourcing.
Yeah, it's like they're walking the walk,
Exactly.
not just talking the talk.
Exactly.
So what's next for ASKT? Where do they go from here?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've already kind of conquered the German market, so it's natural to wonder if they'll expand internationally.
Yeah. Yeah. Will we be seeing ASKT chairs in homes and restaurants all over the world soon?
I think it's definitely possible their designs could translate well to other markets.
Right. It's a really appealing aesthetic, that modern elegance with a timeless functionality.
And their focus on sustainability is a message that resonates everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. People are looking for ways to live more consciously and make choices that align with their values.
Absolutely. And ASKT seems to really get that.
And imagine the possibilities for innovation, like What new materials and technologies will they use? What
Yeah.
exciting collaborations might we see? It's a really exciting time to be following this company.
Oh, for sure, based on what they've done so far. I think they'll continue to surprise us
Yeah.
with their creativity and commitment to pushing the boundaries of sustainable design.
This deep dive has honestly given me a whole new appreciation for something as simple as a dining chair.
Me too.
ASKT has shown that it's possible to create furniture that's not only beautiful, but also responsible, stylish, and sustainable.
Yeah, they've set a high bar for the industry.
Yeah.
It proves that you don't have to sacrifice quality or style to be eco-conscious.
And that's a message that we need to hear more of.
Absolutely.
Speaking of spreading the message, I think it's important to bring this back to the listeners for a second.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about ASKT's focus on durability.
Yeah.
Building chairs that last. But it brings up a really interesting question.
What's that?
In a world that's so obsessed with trends and, just throwing things away,
Right.
is there still a place for furniture that's designed to be cherished for generations?
That's a great question. And I think it's one that each of us needs to answer for ourselves.
Yeah.
Do we value quality?
Mm.
Do we value longevity? Are we willing to invest in pieces that tell a story, be pieces that might even become family heirlooms someday?
Yeah.
Or are we content with, that fleeting satisfaction of the latest trend,
Right.
knowing that it's probably going to be outdated or falling apart in a year or two?
It's a choice that we make with every purchase.
That's true.
Whether it's a dining chair, clothes, anything really.
Yeah.
And ultimately, those choices reflect our values and our vision for the future.
Yeah, I like that.
Do we want to live in a world filled with disposable stuff?
Mm.
Or one where craftsmanship and enduring design are celebrated and valued?
Beautifully said.
Ah,
I think it's a great place to leave it for our listeners to ponder.
you're right. It is time to wrap up this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
But we'll be back soon with another deep dive into something fascinating.
Can't wait.
Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and as always, thanks for joining us. And hey, if you're thinking about maybe sprucing up your own dining room,
Yeah.
you can check out ASKT online at www.asktfurniture.net.
www.askt.net.
If you want to add some of those shares to your life.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a look,
Yeah.
especially if you're looking for something that's high quality, sustainable, and has that timeless design.
Yeah, you might even start a new family heirloom.
That's right.
Well, that just about wraps up our deep dive into the world of ASKT.
Yeah,
I hope you found it as interesting as I did.
I did, for sure. I learned a lot.
Yeah, me too.
It's been great exploring this with you.
Until next time, happy sitting, everyone.